So today on Project Shop, we are on the move. I got so much going on right now. I keep getting people dropping off oil. That's from a tranny shop down the way. All that stuff there. I got 255s over there. I got a 55 out back. I got all these containers. I got that container. I'm trying to move, blend, scrap, and it's a lot going on right now. Man, I gotta pay attention when I'm going. I wind up leaving and I left my things on. Thank God I only had them cracked slightly, and that's only there because this clamp is not the right size clamp, so it's not really clamping right, and we got a small grip, but we're containing it. And I wind up, I was gonna leave it like here to transport it, but it wind up about filling up. Thank God I caught it and came back. It's one thing about the black diesel that I learned in the past. Man, you will get a silent spill. Like, you'll be sitting there looking at it, you'll turn your back, someone will catch your attention or talk to you, and you won't hear nothing. You'll just turn around and there'll be a black blob coming across the floor. But that's 270 gallons of mixed fuel. We still got a little bit in there. We have almost 200 gallons right here. I'm gonna run that through a third pass tomorrow. I'm gonna bring back another tote. We're gonna do a third pass on that. I wanna see how much more I get out of that, because we got quite a bit of sludge out of it. I think I'm gonna 3-pass everything going forward. And I was actually thinking about, I don't want to put gas in there. I don't want to put gas in there and go through the heater. So I will put some diesel fuel in there maybe. That might, I want to do an experiment with the oil. I'm gonna get a clear jug and do an experiment with gas and diesel and see which one actually drops out. I'm pretty sure everybody that I've read and talked to said that the gas will just quickly drop the stuff out. We might have to do it on the last blend. Maybe put some gas in there, circulate it a little bit, and then siphon off the top. I don't know, but we need to start transporting this stuff out to the house. I've got 355s I pumped out of gasoline we're going to be using for this. Already got an issue with this machine. I think I'm leaving the key on, or something's staying on, because the first 2 days it was sitting here, it was fine, cranked up every day. I go to crank it up yesterday, completely dead to the point where this Harbor Freight absolute garbage 50 amp charger, it's 2, 10, and 50, right? I don't even think it's a true 10. Let's see if this thing actually fires up now. So these new chargers suck, man. They're literally designed to make you go buy a new battery, because when your battery dies so low, it won't even bring it back. You'll put it on there and it won't even try to attempt to charge it. Too much electronics going on, man. I need to find me an old school charger that's just gonna put the juice to something, whether it's good or not, okay? So I had to basically put another battery to hot wire it to get it to think it's a good battery to charge it up. And I don't hear it humming, so it's not doing its 50 amp thing. Let's pull it off real quick. So I talked to a guy today. I found a place local that I can get the filters and get rid of the kit that's on this. This has a mulching kit. There's different kits for whatever type of mowing you're going to be doing, and for whatever reason this thing's got a mulch kit. See, it did the little, it hummed for a second and then shut off. It's garbage. We might have to just put it over here. I don't get these things, man. No, just for a second. It ain't doing it. It's just hot garbage, man. I'm telling you. Maybe I should start making my own battery chargers. I gotta get this thing. Wow. Oh, you know what? This might be my fault. This thing won't start without the tag. Probably gonna have to put the seat down. Maybe the battery was still good. I don't know. I keep forgetting about the safety mechanism on this thing. Now, if it were me, you know, I just, you know, how we're all about safety and like to bypass all the safety procedures. I would just bypass it all. But, and you know what? I put a tarp over this thing and it's got crap everywhere now. I think what I forgot to do when I shut it down was put this on, which is really tough. Let's see. Okay. Might have got ahead of myself there, but being the fact that this thing was dead, I am bringing that battery and that charger with me, and these jumper cables. But I did check this thing. It was charging. Man, this thing just sounds like a beast. Let's see. Okay. Now see, what I don't understand is I can open those things up and it won't shut off. But if I like push the brake, man, the thing does some weird stuff. I don't know. But this thing is so freaking wide, it barely fits up on this trailer. Slow down, Hoss. I'm gonna slide her over just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you know what's weird? I think if I put the brake on, yeah, that's what's weird. You put the brake on before you undo these, it shuts off. But you can undo these and get off the machine without the brake or lock. I'm not actually sure really what that does. I guess I'm gonna have to get a manual. But oh, I got 2 spares and drums of gas. So how much gas do you think it's going to take to mow those fields? This thing holds 16 gallons. They say it can run 10 hours a day. I think it's going to take a whole day. Possibly 2 to mow the whole yard. I don't know though, this thing's pretty fast, but gotta get the, I'm gonna take the key. Oh, you know what? I think it is my fault. Because when I shut it off, I leave the auxiliary on. I don't shut it off. I hear a solenoid back there. And that's not good for the solenoids. Leaving them, you know, cranked on like that. So, okay. I need to find some straps. And I'm going to load up some more wood for the bonfire that we're going to have. You know, we got plenty of gas to start a little fire over there. Probably not a good idea to build the fuel shed in the vicinity of the bonfire. I'm just saying, you know. But, man, we got some gas to start a fire, dude. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's go. We got on. We're not going to rub our bare tires. Oh, nope, don't step there. Actually says no step, especially for fat people like me. Okay. All right, what do we need? We need a couple straps. I got, I'm going to actually move that back closer to the axle. I got some light things I want to stick up front. I'm going to find something to stick on the back. Load some pallets in the truck. And we're going to get on the road, man. We got to get back to, ooh, I'm going to check the tire pressure there. Get back to the house. Got to get up early. Offload the Kubota. And what else we got to do? Oh, tomorrow I'm just going to hook back onto the Kubota trailer, offload the Kubota, and just haul back over here. I'll probably offload this so it keeps it out of the weather. I mean, these machines are pretty much always on trailers that are open, so a little rain ain't gonna hurt it, but we're gonna be keeping this nice machine out of the elements for the most part, you know. Yeah, I'm really excited about them no flat tires. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna scrounge around here, see what else I need to bring up to the house that we don't need here at the shop. We just have so much stuff, man. And now you guys know why I kept that big old generator right here, which I need to finish the light plant, cut this off this week. I need to clear out, like, this weekend. I got Oliver coming, Steve coming. It's gonna be the Three Amigos moving party. I'm gonna be hauling stuff to the house, offloading it quick, coming back. Oh man, I should have brought that other trailer tonight. Idiot. Well, I don't trust them. Shh, don't tell them. Shh. I really don't trust them loading my stuff. Yeah, never mind. I'll load my own stuff. And then, but I will have Steve and Oliver pull everything off the top shelves, get it down on the ground. I need to pull all the stock, get my, so tomorrow, here's the game plan. If we can get this done this weekend, a lot of this stuff will be out of here. And we're just gonna spend the last week here basically hand scrapping. Anything that needs to be processed, though, I will bring to the house. I just don't have time to scrap here. I need to move this stuff before the end of the month, basically, is what's happening. So whatever scrap needs to be run through the machines, I'll just haul it up in one of the loads I'm bringing up. It's not going to be much. A lot of this stuff is just, it just needs to be dismantled, you know? Other than the stator, a couple motors I got up there, some compressors. It's not a lot. On Monday, I am picking up some wire, so we're probably going to have our first little wire stripping party at the house. And then, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So This is going to be a mad dash over this weekend. While I have that Kubota at the house, I need to set things in place. I need to get the tanks, set them in a place where I'm going to bring, I have these big pallets. I might cut them up, I don't know, but I want to get the tanks up off the ground enough to where they're not going to be rusting. And then we will have to, I've already think I have some anchors for anchoring into concrete to hold I-beams. These I-beams have plates on them already. I can bolt them down, build things to where I could pour some columns. I'll get some of them round things for concrete, put in the ground, build some columns, put these I-beams up to make it even higher, and we're gonna build a fuel shed eventually. Like once I move all this stuff, fuel shed is probably a #1 priority. And then the roof, we're going solar, man. We need to figure out how to get 220 out of solar. I've already been looking at stuff. We need to run the centrifuge off of solar. I want this to make fuel for free, you know? And if I can get my cut of the jet fuel at $1.60 or $1.70 or whatever it was, half price, we're gonna be well on the way. Look at Steve back there. The dude's been scrapping all day. And I don't even know what he's doing. He's back there micro scrapping. He says he hates micro scrapping because it's tedious, but he just seems like that's all he wants to do is micro scrap. Okay, I'm gonna find a couple more things. I'm bringing out my hydraulic tanks. We're gonna do a build. I think I might have pumps. I might just need a motor and valving, but I have the tanks to build the proper hydraulics for the stator wrecker. And I'm already thinking, when I bring that thing out to the house, I might pull that plate. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and cut up my 10-foot plate and add it to the wire stripping table and move the stator wrecker over there to complete, well, not complete, because there's still one more thing that needs to be complete, the Copper King. So, and then I just wanted to, well, anyway, God, look at all this scrap everywhere. Let me just get going, and then I have some other things we're going to be discussing here in a minute. All right, I know it's dark, but we got some spare tires, hydraulic tanks, 4 drums, a badass mower, 2 more empty drums, and 2 spares from my other truck. I would have liked to put more in the bed of the truck. I got some burn pile stuff there. Man, I cleaned out the back of the shop. Me, Steve, and Oliver. Those dudes that moved out, the other dudes that moved out, threw all kinds of tires, trash, garbage, pallets that weren't even mine. Cost me 180 bucks to get rid of that stuff. So we ain't gonna be doing that again. Any pallets, I have tons of pallets over here that are like half broken, messed up. We just gonna haul them to the house and burn them, use them as fuel. So that's gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna see you first thing in the morning. I'll come back here with the other trailer and we're hauling stuff out of here. We should have Oliver and Steve on deck, and we're just gonna have a moving party. Okay guys, we made it back over here, probably like 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, this is exhausting, but man, what a beautiful morning. I'm gonna pull this over there because I want to get this fuel off and kind of like in the shade. And I want to get this machine up under the carport over there so it's not out in the weather. Hopefully the battery stayed up. And just get this cleared off. That way when I come back later, here's the plan for today. We're gonna offload the Kubota. We're gonna take that trailer back to my shop, load the big steel table, whatever we can on it real quick with the forklift, strap it down, haul back here, just drop it, hook onto this trailer, head back to the shop, probably load the Copper King up, some other stuff, whatever we can get on here. I got Oliver and Steve over there coming today, and they're going to take everything down from the shelves, kind of sort some stuff, see what we're taking, see what we're going to scrap. they're probably going to do some scrapping, and then we're going to haul the Copper King up here, and that's going to be pretty much the last time I strip wire. Or yeah, I'm not going to, after today, I'm not stripping wire or processing stators in that shop anymore. Anything that's left at the shop, I think I have a couple motors I will have to bring up here, and Monday I'll be picking up wire to bring up here. But there's other stuff at the shop that I'm just going to, I'm actually going to bring one of those steel tables I bought, them welding tables that I got from the dude I met off of Facebook, back to the shop, because there is a lot of like scrap I want to go through there and not bring up here. But the tables, the reason why I'm pulling the tables out and my milling machine and lathe this weekend is because I only have access to that machine this weekend. So anything that I need to offload that I can't move around by hand or with a dolly has to be set with that machine today and tomorrow. So now I could probably run my forklift on this crushed rock or whatever this is, but I doubt it. I could just see it probably getting stuck. So eventually I'll probably be bringing that machine back out here, scrape all this crap out of here, and start pouring. Actually, I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna pour this to start with, all in here. I'll pour that, and then I'll just do sections. I'll start pouring it, you know, or I might, I don't know, maybe I'll form the whole thing up and have a truck come, or I'll just do little sections at a time with my concrete mixer. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes, but I'm gonna get this thing offloaded. Beautiful day, man. I left my pond pump on last night for hours, which actually is a good thing because the pond looks so much nicer right now. There was like a film of like probably algae or whatever on there, and it definitely looks nice. Oh look, there's the horse. He likes to hang out in the front, and the bull, he actually sleeps like over that way, way back out over there. So let's go turn this pond on while we're here. That's all the shelving from my tool room. That's the DeWalt that's been a champ. My wife's been mowing with that push mower, and I did a video on that. I might just drop it. I did shoot some content out here. Look at that, beautiful. Look at that. It's just so gorgeous out here, man. I love living out in the country. I grew up living out in the country, and like I said in that video yesterday, we getting back to our roots, man. Not only working under a carport, but being out in the country. So I'm gonna pull over there. We're gonna get some equipment offloaded, and then we're gonna get on the road. That's that brake thing. You put the brake on before you do this, it shuts off. Man, I probably just mowed a 20-foot wide swath there in like a minute. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a game changer out here. Okay. I'm going to drop this trailer and go get the Kubota. We'll go put this up under this thing. So many safety features, I gotta figure it out. It's a beast! Alright guys, it's been a long time since I ran a machine like that. Back when I used to do demolition, we had a Caterpillar skid steer, and we actually had bolt-on tracks. It came like that with the wheels, but we had bolt-on tracks, which made it pretty cool. But I used to run them all the time, and excavators and stuff like that when we were doing demo. But it's been a while, so let's see if we can't figure this thing out. Get this stuff offloaded and get on the road. All right, well, first impressions, the controls are backwards from the last machine I ran. This one, I guess the original Bobcat, someone told me, had the controls for this on the floor. Your feet operate the boom and the thing here. Really weird. I like just a joystick. I think the Cat I ran had a joystick where you went forward, back, left, and right, and then your other joystick did all your, you know, your functions. But hey, best part of this thing has ice cold AC, and it does have a window that folds down. And I guess you could put, well, it looks like it's broken. There was glass on the side. But that AC is nice. So anyway, I'm gonna get this trailer tightened up, get my wireless lights on here, because this guy, like me, it trashes his lights. He seen my wireless lights, he goes, man, those things are awesome. Immediately went out and bought himself a pair. So yeah, we're gonna go to the shop, load this thing down with as much stuff. We might be able to get 2 tables on here, I don't know, or a table and a bunch of other stuff. But we're gonna make 2 trips. We're gonna come, drop it, pick this up, go back to the shop, come, drop it. It's gonna be late. I do have lights, so we might be able to place the stuff tonight. We'll see how it goes, man. But we'll see you back at the shop. Okay, we're back over here in the shop, and man, finally, like, it's crazy. Over the past like month, I've had a ton of people come by here and sell me scrap. Dude just came by, sold me all this scrap. I had a guy come by the other day selling me scrap, and I don't even advertise like that I buy scrap here. It's kind of bittersweet, because I would have liked to have this, like, I mean, I really didn't like too many people coming here because I film, and I just don't like the traffic and the type of scrap most people are going to bring, unless they're like electricians or AC contractors. You know, just a random guy coming by, I don't want to buy their steel and stuff, you know. I can't pay them enough. They can just go to steel yard and make more money than I would pay them. But it was finally starting to get some customers coming by, and now I'm moving. So what we got going on now is I'm having Oliver clear this table off. If it ain't been processed, it's got we ain't got time. I only have 2 days with that machine, so I need to get this and those 2 machines out of here, because I have no way. Well, it would be very hard. I'd have to like drag them around to place them where I need them to be. So I'm gonna haul these out of here. I might just haul it right as is. I mean, I might just put a strap on this, and ain't no really need to break it down. I did break that leg. That's unfortunate. But like I said, ultimately, I think I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to take that plate and mount it over there on that table, and complete the Copper King's incomplete right now. And what the heck is going on here? Wire stripper look like it's smoking a cigar. I'm gonna bring in a pallet to put all this other stuff on. I'm gonna pull this out of here, and we just need to clear this stuff here, dude. We're just gonna drag it. I'm gonna pick it up with a forklift and pretty much drag it out. I might pick up the back end and put it on a pallet jack, so we don't gouge up the thing until I can get it out there. And oh, you know what I got? I got car dollies out back. Okay, we're gonna clean this up, and then we'll be back ripping this out. I got to get this out of here today and that table out of here today to be on schedule. And then, whew, man, I keep forgetting. Every time I look around, I find more stuff. Big, heavy plates. I got to get the rotator out of here. Just a lot of stuff, man. Lots and lots of stuff. Just when we start making some progress, it felt like someone turned the AC on out here. And we got some crazy weather coming, man. Hopefully it don't last. But even if I ain't got no choice. I'm just gonna ride the forklift in the rain. Unfortunately, I don't have my nice garbage top lid anymore, but I don't think I've ever seen the bench that clean. I'm gonna just try, I'm gonna nudge this thing over a little bit. I'm gonna see if I just can't come in with them fork extensions and pick this whole thing up in one shot. Most of the weight's over here. I might have to remove this. I think I'm gonna have to remove that. The I-beam, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. Ah, man. Right as I'm about to make some progress. So if I have to, that bin there slides right out. I'd like to just leave it. But by the looks of how I'm gonna have to pick this up, I don't see that happening. So yeah, let's just get the forklift in here and see if we can't. I might be able to just turn this sideways. Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem all the way around. All right, I'm gonna just come in and nudge this over so I can figure about getting a good grip on it. If I have to, I can just put them forks in as far as possible and then strap the front down. This should be heavy enough. Well, not with that. I might have to just pull that out. Let me see. That definitely got some weight in it. Probably freed up 500 pounds. All right, man, I'm gonna go get, I got Oliver getting a jack. We're just gonna put my floor jack under the back end. I'm gonna strap that thing to the thing and we're gonna drag it out the building. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for that. Kind of regretting taking that off now. I might shove that back under there. Or I could probably do that once I get it loaded on the trailer. But what a mess underneath the table. And now I can see what I had behind the table. A bunch of big old discs, I-beam, plate, my rotator, solar panels I forgot about. Interesting thing about those, I'm gonna take them to the house because I probably can use them out there. They're actually a light, like incorporated into the whole thing. Pretty cool, but we need to step up our game. All kinds of crap under the table. I need to get this out to the house and get back here to get that table out of here. I really want to load some more stuff. I'm running out of time. I really don't care about all this other stuff I can maneuver around and do by hand. All right, let's see if this works. Crazy thing is that table there, I built out of a light pole, or a couple light poles actually, that got backed into by a vehicle or fell over or whatever the deal was at the time. All right, we're gonna take that all over, pick it up under that wheel right there. Steer it, hold it down, steer it as I drive this out. All right, guys, we made it to the farm. We had, man, I had so many issues. It was raining, and I don't know when the GoPro died, but I just had to keep moving. The table is actually way heavier than I thought. Even with if I didn't remove that thing underneath, I wouldn't have. Oh no, I left that pump on this morning. I could pump. Well, at least the pond's aerated. I was teetering. I barely got this thing out. I actually had to pull the superstructure of the press out of it to get it off. And then I loaded up the incinerator and some firewood. So I'm just going to drop this trailer here. I'm going to go turn this pump off. I'm sure this thing's probably hot. So when I come back later, I'm going to show you how bright this light is, man. I saved some lights and I installed one up there. Actually, I just kind of hung it up there. And oh, that ladder fell over. It must have got windy over here. Man, that light is nice. If I put 4 of them lights here, I'm gonna have no problem working at night. Oh man, it looked like it's been raining over here too. At least the rain maybe keep this pump a little cool. Wow. Oh. There goes my electric bill. That's one thing I'm gonna have to get used to now. At the shop, electric was included. Over here, I gotta pay the electric, so. Let's see if our machine got wet. Machine's nice and dry. Hey, it's Town. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. Now the lighting in here is definitely something to be desired. But oh, damn, you gotta pick this thing up straight. Okay. Find my cord. I left here. This light is awesome, and I got a whole stack of them right there. Ready? I'm gonna put this out here. Bam! Look at that. Let there be freaking light. That thing's super bright. I almost need to wear some sunglasses or put a shade on it, because I think that's made for like a high, super high ceiling. But 4 of them out here. Hey man, we working. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from working out here. So why did I turn that light on? Oh, I got stuff to offload out of the truck. Okay. All right, I'm offloading, and I'm heading back on the road. I'm gonna go say hi to my wife, hang out with her for 10 minutes, and then I'll see you guys back at the shop. Well guys, this is the last time you'll see this, the Copper King, in this shop and in this configuration. When I get it to my house, probably gonna pull it apart, clean it up, probably make some adjustments that I've always wanted to do. We're gonna have to pull that off tonight. We got our wire, we got our 220 wire. Being that I don't really use this for transformers anymore, unfortunately, we're even gonna modify this side of the table. Probably keep this press basically the way it is. That's good for more things than just transformers, but that press there gonna get modified to basically hold some electric motors. Now the messed up thing about that press is I cut the legs short so that the base is basically welded right here. There's no leg. The legs used to actually sit right there, but I think I'll still be able to utilize that press, or if it becomes an issue where I don't have enough stroke, I'll just either get another one. You can get 20-ton presses pretty cheap. All the components will pretty much swap right over. Really, I just need the ram, and the space for something else I want to do right there. But lucky for us, this thing's on wheels, so I just hooked onto it with a ball on the forklift and drug it out a little bit. I'm hoping I can sneak this out in one piece. The only thing transport wise I'm going to have to undo is that, and we're taking everything off that wood deck down there. And another thing is that whole deck, I'm probably going to wind up cutting off, and maybe even cutting off them legs and the wheel, not the legs, but the bar that goes across with the wheels. Excuse me, I want to lower it down just high enough to get like forks or a pallet jack underneath of it. Now, my dumb self, in my infinite wisdom, loaded up the fork extensions and brought them to the house like an idiot, thinking I was going to offload them things, and I just never did. And then I left them on the trailer and forgot to bring them back. It's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I at least wanted to get the other table and this table out of here today, because tomorrow I got to come back here and remove the milling machine and the lathe and my surface grinder out of the other bay while I have that Kubota at the property. So yeah, I'm going to be kind of exhausted after this week, but I think it's for the better, and we're going to have a new adventure going forward. You know, we'll get this thing cleaned up, freshened up, revamp all this, upgrade the wire stripper, get that thing ready for some more production, fix the gears, fix the pulley, do some upgrades I wanted to do to it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just hook at this point, I think I'm just gonna hook a chain to it. I think I'm as far this way as I can get without getting the forklift stuck in here. So I'm gonna disconnect the 220, and then we're just gonna drag this thing out, and then when we get it out there, I'm probably just gonna wrap a chain or strap around it and pick it up from the top. If I had the fork extensions, I could pick it up from underneath. I don't think these will go all the way across to the supports, unfortunately. I kind of dropped the ball on that one. But one way or the other, we'll get this thing on the table, and eventually one day I'll pull that off. There's a mountain of copper underneath that thing. Hopefully we won't lose any on the trip. But this table has served me well in this space. A little cramped, not gonna lie. Oh, and someone had mentioned, what's a 30 by 70 gonna look like compared to this? So I have 5 bays here. There's one over there, my office and bathroom and tool room. This is a bay. That's basically a bay from this pillar, this corner right here, right? That's one bay. Charging me $1,100 a month for that little tiny space. And this space here, this little tiny space, $1,100 a month. Each bay, $5,500 a month. So 30 by 75 would be as wide as this, right? But it'll be, basically it'll be one whole bay longer. It'd basically be this whole thing plus another 50 feet and wide open. So, and it would be basically one additional bay. So if I actually had the little bay out here, it would just be like an extension of this bay, but missing a piece. So it'll actually be more, a whole square footage more. You ready?
Just about 1 minute.
Get this thing out of here, man. I want to go home and take a shower. Okay, so I drug it straight out. I put wheels on this thing 15 years ago, so now the only thing is my forks ain't long enough, but I did put a center beam in there. I don't know what I'm actually, interesting. Oh, that's the support for the wire stripper. I got this on here. I'm just gonna give this a little shake test. Oh, okay, it's on there but barely. I'm not gonna mess around, and I'm just gonna set it down on the trailer very, very gently, hopefully. Hey man, grab this. Am I clear?
Almost. Come on in a little more. Come on in. You're clear on those legs. Keep coming. It's too dark out here to be videoing. You got to go up a little bit to clear this leg over the tire. Hey, hey, hey. Come on up. You're clear. Almost, almost. Yeah, you are. Come on in. Let that baby down a little. Yeah. I know. You can come in another two. Yeah, you can come in another inch and put it. There you go. You're on the deck. Nah, almost. Holy. Okay, you're on the deck. Yeah, it's too dark to video out here, Derek. We got no light.
Oh man, you can see everything. The screen goes black.
Oh, then we got a good video.
Alright, I'm just gonna push it over to the center, and we're gonna strap. We need to take that steel plate off the back and set it down there on the deck and secure anything underneath, and secure the pumps on top, and we'll be ready to ride, man. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Forklift extensions would have been most helpful. Oh, okay, we're hung up somewhere. Now when I built this, I put that cross member in there, and I wasn't even planning on having wheels, but I found those wheels from like a scaffolding. They were like perfect. They literally hold the thing off the ground like 1/8 of an inch. And then when you get a lot of weight on the table, like when I used to pile transformers, the rubber would squeeze down and that thing would bottom out. Anyway, I gotta focus and get this thing centered and secure, make sure nothing's gonna pop off or fly, and we're gonna get on the road, man. It's gonna be another long night. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? McCopper had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had some big old copper nuggets. That's what we're looking for.